And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. He got 29 yards that time.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And he stopped immediately there. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson on second down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now it's Davis fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Newton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Eric Walden In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Returnable for Lockett. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Play fake. Here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak till the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Come on now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, Receiver won in a big way.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Back to set. 180.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Set. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. here's a give to Penny. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go play action here on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Chris Baker breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A handoff to Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on third down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Now Newton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Newton. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at the 20. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Newton now on second down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
14.
Now Wilson from the gun. He'll throw. And he's got Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Rashad Penny. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Wilson now. Operating from the gun. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Janikowski good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is brought in at the 21. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Play action. It's Wilson. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a 2nd down.
Let's go get another one. Let's go get another one. Come on. That's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Tempo. Right.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
14.
Here's Wilson to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Wilson will throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mike Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Newton on first down. And this is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to go and got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Four down.
Out of the gun, Newton. And the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Throwing on third down, Newton. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
He'll buy some time right. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, Wilson. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And some space here. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Wilson. And Ingram holds it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. Let's see if it... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K.J. Wright coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Newton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Newton now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Panthers on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Wilson wants to throw it. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a first down throw for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Seahawks, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucks. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our